So,
so yeah, when and why did you join PTI?
Why was I have forgotten? So I just read in the newspaper that Mr. Imran Khan is thinking of making a political party. So I went to Lahore. I particularly went to Lahore to meet him. At that time I was working only in Shaukat Khanam. He had not decided on the issue, and we just had a very casual meeting. I don't think he even remembers that. We just had a very casual meeting, and he said that he has put my name in the computer. And in '96 I have always been very familiar with computers, because now my educational background, I'm going far ahead, I'm just talking about politics, but I did my master's in field of dentistry from Ann Arbor, Michigan in 1975. Then I did my second master's in orthodontics. The first was in prosthodontics, which means making crowns, bridges, dentures, implants. Then I did my second master's from University of Pacific in San Francisco in '84. And I was very familiar with computers, because I bought the first Apple IIe computer, which had those floppy discs, and which had 128K. I had a 128K, and I had two disk drives, if you wanted to copy from one floppy to another. But I bought that in '82. So that was the first time personal computers were on the market, really, So when Imran Khan said that he's put my name in the computer, so I was very sure gone in the computer is gone, it will not be retrieved, because people were very fond of working with computers, but they were not as familiar with them. But anyhow, when he came to Karachi, there were 3 people who joined in Karachi. The first 3 people, I was one of them. And I've been in the first Central Executive Committee since that time. And I was one of the people who helped draft the PTI constitution. So that's my association with PTI starting from.
There has been a lot of debate, and a lot of people are saying that the PTI party structure needs to be worked on, और उसमें काफ़ी problems हैं, इतना organized नहीं है. और actually I got a chance to talk to one of the TV anchors, Talat Hussain. उससे ही मैंने कहा कि क्या suggestions देंगे PTI को. तो he also talked about this, that PTI needs a better party structure. So मतलब how would you clarify कि मतलब it is still in place, or party structure नहीं है, उसके बारे में?
It's not in place. It's a very difficult task, and I give people an example that in political parties people come at the same level. So if there's an MBA and there's a driver and there's a rickshaw driver and there's an aam aadmi, they're all at the same level. As far as communication, respect and tolerance and dignity, all are at the same level.
That's right.
And we don't employ anybody. Right? So when people are at the same level, organizations don't work at one level. See, you always have an organizational structure where you have, for example, in a company you have a president and a CEO and a board of directors and the vice presidents and the secretaries and the industries behind them, etc. And you have a commitment from all those people in a structured organization of time, 8 to 5, and you've employed them depending on their talents, and you've placed them depending on their talents, and you have a commitment of performance. If they don't perform, you fire them. You see, you can afford to be rude to them also, of course, but even then good organizations, there's no rudeness, but you can fire off, you can do whatever you want to do and still be able to make them function. But in a political organization, number one, people are volunteers. So volunteers are those who today say that I have a lot of time, I'll work with you. Tomorrow he gets a little disappointed on something, and after 20 days he reduces his time commitment, or he gets busy in his own job, or he moves out or moves this way and that way. So to run a volunteer organization is probably a very difficult task.
That's right.
Very difficult. You can't imagine. I'm a very organized person in the sense that what I want to organize, I organize very well. But otherwise I'm very careless. But I'm a very organized person. In dentistry, I became the president of the Pakistan Dental Association, the Pakistan Association of Orthodontics, of the Asia Pacific Dental Federation, which I chaired. And now I've been recently elected by a margin of 107 countries voting for me and 68 against me to the International Dental Federation, and that is because of my organizing capabilities. I held the first International Dental Conference in Karachi, first in Pakistan, and that was a long time ago. And we always made money in all these programs. We never, ever, in all these conferences, we brought speakers from abroad. We organized it well. So, but what I am saying is, in a political organization, I am still finding it very difficult to put this organization in place. In a volunteer organization, again, like the Dental Association, I was able to do a huge job. For example, the latest Congress I organized was the 23rd Asia Pacific Dental Congress in Karachi, in which we took in income of 5 or 6 or 7 crores, and we spent that money. And we did a fantastic job. No conference has ever been organized in Pakistan at that level. So, in all those situations, we've been able to organize. In a political organization where people feel insulted at times,
that's right.
And I would feel insulted also. But I'm not saying people are feeling insulted. I would feel insulted also if I were put someplace and removed very quickly. So, but now what are we going to do? Number one now is that we are looking for talented members, depending on their experience and time commitment. We are doing a very scientific situation now, depending on their commitments and their talent and their education. We are trying to place them in positions where they will be able to deliver the best. But still, let me tell you, it's a difficult task when we are after it. I wish us success. It's a very difficult task. One of the most difficult things in my life is that not my own commitment. It comes easy because you set up your own priorities. I want to do this, therefore I want to do this. It's not my own commitment. It's to be able to harness everybody's commitment. You see, everybody has a commitment. Everybody wishes well to PTI. Everybody does something.
That's right.
But there are people who will just be wishing you well. There are people who will propagate that within the family. There are people who will be ready to make a call for you, right? And there are people who would become your voters. And there are people who would become your members, and there are people who would become your workers. So every step is a higher step. From somebody who thinks we are a good party only, to a person who talks about us to other people, for a person who becomes a member, who becomes a worker, who becomes an office bearer. So there's different levels of commitment. To be able to recognize that quickly, to be able, and sometimes what I feel is people are more committed mentally than actually. You see, they like a good party, they like an honest party, and they're mentally very committed that we do that. You see, and then they get sometimes disheartened also. So it's, but we'll handle it.
You'll handle it. Yeah, like elaborating on this issue, it's the same thing, now it's been 11 years, PTI has been doing a lot of work and, has shown its commitment for the cause of independent judiciary, but still a lot of people take it as a joke. If you try to convince them to support PTI, they try to make a joke out of it and still think it's not a strong party and it cannot, do anything. So what would you say about that? And
okay, I think that's very valid. I think that's very valid because a lot of people come onto the bus when they actually see the bus moving and going in that direction. As long as we are making a noise that we are going in that direction, only committed people come. Right? There are two kinds of commitments in Pakistan. One is politics for the sake of politics, and the other is politics with a principle.
That's right.
And PTI has made a judgment call. I have made a judgment call. Imran Khan has made a judgment call that we will do politics with morality. I think that's a big difference. You see, politics with a morality, politics of claiming what we can do, politics of believing what we want to do, and politics which is totally anti-corrupt. Okay, so now we've limited ourselves tremendously. Why we have limited ourselves tremendously? Because the culture in Pakistan has become, or had become, now there's a good change happening, had become of these mafias of the landholders, which is as the feudals, these mafias of the city feudals, which is kind of the MTM kind of people, and these mafias of the bureaucracy, and the mafia of the army, and the mafia of the establishment. And they protect their own people, they promote their own people, they push their own people. And there's another mafia, which is INU, the mafia of the elite. You see, they had all this elite has had a slope towards coming towards them in money, in education, everything. My children can get educated. I have the money. He gets educated. My driver's children cannot get educated. My एक आम आदमी के बच्चे they can't get educated. You know. So everything is coming our way. So why disturb it? So that is the mafia of the elite. And let me narrate to you a very interesting incident, and I narrate it so frequently because I believe in that. It gives a good message. When we formed the party in '96, we called Mr. Imran Khan to speak in a Landi Jalsa. And there was this old man who was a man of a few words, but he was a responsible person of the community, and people asked us to put this man onto the stage. We requested him to be on the stage and speak a few words. At that time, Mr. Imran Khan had only two major credits to himself. One was the Shaukat Khana and one was the World Cup. So he talked about those two things, and because he was a man of a few words, he ran out of those things. And then he said कि मैं आपको ये बताता हूँ कि इमरान खान पढ़ा लिखा आदमी है. And then he said the most golden words I ever said. He said Imran Khan पढ़ा लिखा आदमी है मगर अच्छा है. You see, so what has happened in this country is the educated elite has further made sure that the benefits of within being in this country and what the edge provided by the education is used for their own benefit, and they have not looked at society. So that is the kind of elite now which is turning, which is changing. So now once you make these few commitments to yourself, you see, if there is a guy with a Kalashnikov or something, and you do not want to be in that battle, in that kind of a battle, so you made a commitment to yourself that I will. So therefore you are at a disadvantage. So when people say that you are not going to be successful, I think they are wrong. Number one, the facts and figures on the ground say something different already. But 2 years ago I wouldn't have been able to say this very confidently, because that was still our phase of struggling. There was still our phase when people challenge us that you won't be there, you will become an Azhar Khan kind of a party. Azhar Khan is the biggest label or taunt which is thrown at us. That Azhar Khan was an honest man, but because he was too principled, he did not succeed. I don't know the reasons why Azhar Khan didn't succeed, but for that reason, for me to sacrifice my principles and Imran Khan to sacrifice my principles doesn't make sense. So we are not in that kind of politics. But since the last 1 or 2 years, I am happy to report to you that for educated people like you and your audience, I would like you to look at survey reports of Pakistan and opinion polls of Pakistan done by a number of organizations. Let me mention a few. Pew is a research organization based in the United States, for example. University of Maryland, Terror Free Tomorrow, and the most recent one was IRI. These four. And if you look, and I'm making a presentation in fact to the Central Executive Committee on 25th on this issue, if you look at those polls, which in the last year, 4 or 5 or 6 polls in the last year, you will find that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and Mr. Imran Khan's popularity has gone up 4 or 5 times. You see, we are today the 4th biggest party in Pakistan. Okay, let me tell you how. Nawaz Sharif, Benazir, Musharraf and Imran Khan. Okay, and in some areas we are the 2nd biggest party in Pakistan, where we are telling the first. That is in the NWFP. And IRI held a poll in. Can you imagine in the frontier where MMA is there, where ANP is there, where the Pashtun speaking parties are there, and Mr. Imran Khan and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is the 2nd most important party. In the poll of the IRI said in November, held only about 20 days ago, said that if you were to vote today, which party would you vote for? And surprisingly, now Pakistan Muslim League was at about 21%. I don't remember the exact figures. And Mr. Imran Khan and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf was at 20%. And Benazir and People's Party was at 14%. And imagine the owners of NWFP, for example, who claimed like ANP and like JUI were at 6% and 7%. Can you imagine? You see, and in Balochistan, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is more popular than Pakistan Milli PK MAP, which is Pashtunkhwa Milli Ittihad, which is a Balochistan based party. We are more popular than them. In Sindh, the popularity of MQM and Altaf Sin has gone down to 1/3 of what it was in June 2006. You see, but these elections will show you a different story. These elections are skewed. These elections are fraudulent. These elections, can you imagine MQM, which was winning with only a few thousand vote margin? For example, if they had 30, somebody else had 28. If they had 20, somebody else had 18. Now their popularity has gone to 1/3 of what it was. So people like you, where you come from and where you will narrate this interview, keep in mind that these polls are just like these polls are done by international organizations, not done by us. These polls are done by international organizations. One was the II, and they are showing a significant change. Let me narrate to you a column which was written by Mr. Harun Rashid of Express, and he says that a poll was done in Punjab University and LUMS, only Punjab University, I don't remember, but he said that the poll was done by a person who was very efficient at doing that, and the question was that if a poll was held, whom would your parents vote for? And that newspaper article is in Urdu, and I can email it to you. That newspaper article said out of 585 students which were polled, about 570 said our parents will be voting for Mr. Imran Khan. So in the people, the people who would see this interview of mine is not the commoner, it is the literate class. In that literate class, a revolution has already happened. So I am very proud of the fact that things have changed. Achha, why have things changed? Things have changed for 3 reasons. Number 1, people like you who are educated have put their stakes into Pakistan. They said that we own it, we don't want to be corrupt, we want to transform Pakistan. People like you who are going around the world, they see India progressing, and it hurts them when Pakistan doesn't progress. You see, so people like you have a commitment to Pakistan now which had been missing before, right? And particularly because countries in the same region had not progressed too much. Pakistan was better off, so they thought whatever corruption, we are still okay. But now you go to India and you see a tremendous change. It's unimaginable the change. See? So one reason is the fact that people like you have risen up. The second reason why this change is happening is that the first time in the history of Pakistan in the last 4 or 5 years, before this I used to believe what people used to say, that Jaisi Qawm Vaisa leader, and people were spreading this thing that people are corrupt, everybody is corrupt, therefore the leadership is corrupt. But there are 2 major incidents which I want to narrate, 3 major things which I want to narrate to you, which make me proud of Pakistan and would make you proud also. The per capita, per GDP charity giving in Pakistan is the highest in the world. It's not the highest in America, it's the highest in the world in Pakistan. Looking at our wealth and looking at our purchasing power and looking at, so this study was done by our foundation, and they said that per capita and GDP, so that is khairat and zakat. Okay. Now, and this is the highest in the world, and how proud I am to be able to say that. So that means the people have a spirit to give. You don't find this anywhere else in the world. 1, 2, the earthquake told me a very pleasing story. You know, that the earthquake happened. Every child in the city was doing something. Every child. You see, they planned to move 1 plane load, and they found that they have 20 plane loads of stuff within 5 days. Can you imagine how proud it made me? And everybody worked. Everybody went everywhere. Now, about a few months later or a year later, I was in the United States and Katrina had struck. And I saw the difference of a superpower and of a mini country. And the difference in response was tremendous. In the United States, everybody expected the government to do it. There were, of course, individuals, the Salvation Army, some individuals doing it, but considering that 1% was done by an individual and 99% by the government, you come to this country where 99% was being done by individuals. So this is a major strength in us. That's the second thing I said. The third, let me narrate to you, that when the Chief Justice was removed from his position, people did not know the Chief Justice, people did not know his name, people had not heard of him, people had not seen him, people had not heard him speak also, but the people came out for justice.
That's right.
You see, so the people have given their verdict. It is us, the leadership, which has not taken that verdict. You see, people expect you to stand with the right, and Benazir comes back with a deal, and Nawaz Sharif follows her. Maybe he has not come back with a deal, but Nawaz Sharif follows her. Instead of making a change, which we urge him to. In fact, Imran Khan Sahab and Qazi Sahab, we kept on telling him that the polls are saying something, the people are saying something. You see, they need a leader. When the people are ready, the leader should come there, you know.
That's right.
And when the people are ready, there is no vote. There is no captain of the board. That makes sense. So that is why I am very proud that things are changing, and they, luckily or unluckily, the whole field is empty. Unluckily for Pakistan, because we would have loved to have 10 huge leaders to make this journey from our poverty to prosperity easy and fast. You see, but there are no 10 huge leaders like that, Imran Khan like that, you know. But at least we are lucky that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and Imran Khan are going to, actually I believe, honestly, खुदा की कसम खा के कह सकता हूँ कि I believe that the destiny of this country is going to change now, inshallah.
Inshallah, that's very good. इसी तरह आपने बात की all these things are really a hope for the youth, मगर फिर भी when we see people, corrupt people, leaders like Benazir, they are given a chance after a deal with the dictator, और इसी तरह Nawaz Sharif, you know, or MQM being a terrorist party, again you know, the fraudulent elections are taking place, और मगर जो लोग, जो थोड़ी सी भी होप है, वो सारे लोग तो बिल्कुल फिर उसके होपलेस हो जाते हैं और कहते हैं कि मतलब वही बंदे दोबारा आ गए। तो मतलब इंसाफ, जिसकी तहरीक इंसाफ 11 साल से उनका ये कमिटमेंट है, और ये जाके अभी 1 साल पहले से और कुछ महीने पहले से पूरे पाकिस्तान को पता लगा कि कितनी इम्पोर्टेंट है इंडिपेंडेंट जुडिशरी, जो कि कॉज 11 ईयर से PTI का है। तो मतलब वो लोग जो होपलेस हो गए हैं, वो क्या करें, क्योंकि कोई सिस्टम ही इन प्लेस नहीं है, और जिस तरह डिक्टेटर लाइक मुशर्रफ, ही कैन रिप अपार्ट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड डू एनीथिंग, मतलब व्हाट वुड द पीपल डू। और जिस तरह कि हमने देखा है कि बहुत, विच इज़ अ वेरी पॉजिटिव साइन, कि पीपल, स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम लम्स, पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी, अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेसेस इन इस्लामाबाद, दे आर यू नो राइजिंग अगेंस्ट इट। मगर कराची में एक जो कि MQM का फैक्टर है, प्रॉब्ली पीपल आर स्केयर्ड ड्यू टू दैट। So students, we haven't seen, you know, the number of students, the way we have seen in Islamabad or Lahore or in Punjab. तो उसकी स्टूडेंट्स को हम किस तरह, आपकी है स्ट्रेटजी के कराची में मोबिलाइज करें, और जो इतने लोग होपलेस हो चुके हैं कि कोई इधर तो सिस्टम है ही नहीं, तो उनके लिए व्हाट इज द ब्राइट साइड दैट यू सी?
मैं एक चीज़ आपसे कहने में मिस कर गया जब मैं कह रहा था ना कि इमरान खान की पॉपुलैरिटी क्यों बेहतर हो रही है, honesty, integrity, plus the good decisions we have taken. The one good decision we took was to challenge MQM after the 12th May incident. What happened on 12th May was something on which I actually cried with tears, because what I saw. ठीक है ना? अच्छा, I was on the streets and I saw people being shot, and I ran to the policemen, and the policemen had no armaments. They had no bullets in their guns. They had guns. They had no bullets in their guns, and it was pathetic what was happening. But let me tell you something very interesting, that this thing has been happening in Karachi for the last 20 years. This is the first time when the media was there. This is the first time when the media was there, and Pakistan realized this has happened.
That's right.
It has not happened to us for the first time. For those 13 votes or 14 votes of the MQM, the people, the administration and the establishment have sacrificed the people of Karachi for those 13 or 14 votes. Achha, what happened was that the next day I slept very poorly, and I think that was a Saturday. I slept very poorly, and I tried to call Mr. Imran Khan in the morning. At 11 o'clock I was able to contact him, because he must have slept late and he was late also. At 11 o'clock I contacted him and I said, Mr. Khan, I want you to resign from your seat in the assembly. An assembly which can't take care of the people of Pakistan. As an assembly where you had been saying that there will be a massacre if you do not prevent MQM from coming on this, from preventing this Julus. So you must resign. So he said, अच्छा तो तुम आ जाओ, हम CC कॉल करते हैं। मैंने कहा CC आप कॉल करें कल, आप डोंट, कहने लगे मैंने कहा नहीं, कल आप कॉल करें। कराची हैज बीन मैसेकर्ड, है ना। So the next day CC took place in Islamabad, in Lahore, and in Lahore we argued for 6 hours that Mr. Imran Khan should resign. but there was another side to the argument, that his own constituency and other people, and then we decided, when the final vote took place, we decided by majority that Mr. Imran Khan would not resign, but Mr. Imran Khan decided on his own, credit to him, we supported him, his own, that we will have to, if he doesn't resign, we still have to take MQM front on. And so Mr. Imran Khan held a press conference the same day and said that MQM is a terrorist organization, and you couldn't have said it before.
That's right.
MQM is a terrorist organization, and he was going to sue Mr. Tony Blair also for having nurtured these people in England. Okay. After that, we came back to Karachi, and we have, and on the television programs, a lot of our people then presented the facts before the people of Pakistan. So the other thing which brought, people saw that Imran Khan is a person with guts, he's not scared, and so a few percentage points jump took place in the polls then. Okay. Other than that, also a few percentage points slump took place because of Musharraf and MQM, because of that massacre. So we took that genuine stand. Achha, uske baad, coming now, the things are progressing, but for people who feel forlorn, who think that still the students are not coming out here, keep in mind the students are with us, the intellectuals are with us. It is the people of Pakistan to whom we still have to appeal. Now, let me give a small suggestion to you. And I'm making a major presentation on the 25th, like I told you at the CEC meeting. And let me make a small suggestion to you. All surveys on the issues being talked about are different from what I and you are talking about. You'll be surprised. All the polls, and I again suggest you to look at the polls. All polls say that if you would ask the cross section of Pakistani people, not the elite only, for the elite, democracy, for the elite, maybe literacy, and for the elite, maybe the fact that the judicial activism, because we know that these things are important, and these are the pillars for a prosperous society, right? But the common man, for him, if you ask him what are the issues, he would say Mehengai, poverty, and joblessness. By far, 83% of the people of Pakistan feel these are the issues. Whom would you vote for? We would vote for a party which would look after these three things. They would not. They're not even thinking of the judiciary. So you see, we made a link with the future of Pakistan. Who will make Pakistan? You see, is the people who have the know-how, who are educated. But we have been working with only a small percentage of people, and only their cream now. You see, if the literate people in Pakistan are 5% or 3%, the exceptional people are 0.01%. Had 100% been literate, the exceptional would be 3%. So we are working with a very small fraction of good people like that. Very small fraction. Not enough to have a momentum or to have jisko kehte hain na ki wo threshold for that. So we are going now to change the direction of the party towards the real people now. Now we have the elite with us who will help build. But we have to look at the downtrodden, जिसको सर्दी लग रही हो ना, बड़ी सख्त, उसको तुम कहो कि भाई जुडिशरी के सिलसिले में कोई राय दे, वो कहेगा मुझे कंबल चाहिए. तुम उसको कहो कि तुम्हारे बच्चे को हम अगले साल से मुफ्त तालीम देंगे, वो कहेगा मुझे कंबल चाहिए. You see, so what is happening is that we get stuck into our own world, where we are looking at problems from up down, and we know how to handle them, but we are not linking it with the people for whom we are handling it. So you will see a major shift in PTI policies, inshallah, within the next few months, where you will link with the people.
Alrighty. और इसी तरह जैसा आपने कहा कि अभी एक्टिव हो जाएगी, मैं PTI सेंट के जो हैं कुछ लोगों से मुलाकात करने की कोशिश की, तो एक मतलब इसमें भी वैसे कुछ काफ़ी उन्होंने अच्छी खबरें बताई हैं कि जब यही MQM वाला सिलसिला हुआ था और जब इमरान खान को अरेस्ट कर लिया था उन्होंने, तो बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्ट आई थी इंटीरियर सिंध से भी, जो कि PTI ऑफिशियल्स के लिए ख़ुद काफ़ी अनएक्सपेक्टेड था. मगर उसी तरह फिर भी सिंध को एक्टिव करने के लिए इधर भी कैंपेन चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि आई डोंट नो कि इमरान खान कराची और सिंध का टूर कब कर सकेंगे, क्योंकि इट्स बीन 3-4 मंथ्स के से भी ज़्यादा के उन्हीं हालात की वजह से कराची नहीं आ सके, तो इसके बारे में सिंध को जो वही आप ग्राउंड लेवल पे जिस तरह एक्टिव करने के लिए क्या स्ट्रेटजी है आगे?
I was a president of Sindh for a few years, and Sindh is a very difficult territory because of the fact that Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hanged, and Sindhi speaking people have not been able to disassociate themselves from People's Party because of their link and their love for a person who was brilliant in his own right at the time and who belonged to them because of his angle. But looking at Benazir, she has done everything to ditch them. There is still some support for her, maybe a lot of support for her, because they don't see an alternative. ठीक है ना? फिर MQM ने जो सिंध के साथ किया वो भी आया है, disenfranchised. MQM disenfranchised the Sindhi speaking people totally. They were at odds, they killed each other, and today, like Pervez Musharraf and Benazir are coming together, they are also coming together. So the exploiters are getting together irrespective of what was done to whom. The army and the army establishment and the generals hanged her father. You see, at that level. And she was turned out, she was externed, she was arrested, she was in jail because of the army. She should have been the last person to accept any compromise like that. You see, and the country was ready for her. And I have been telling people that if you take out the National Reconciliation Ordinance, which is a semantic fraud being perpetrated on the people of Pakistan, there's no reconciliation. It's chori karo, matti dalo, will make us free. It's not what reconciliation? It's only for her financial benefit. And these surveys, again, I'm coming back to you, point to these surveys again, 60% of the people or 67% of the people of Pakistan say that she's making a deal only to get financial benefit out of that. 50% of the People's Party voter is saying the same thing. Yeah, surprising. 50% of People's Party voter is saying that she's making a deal to get her own personal financial benefit and not for democracy. Yeah? तो सिंध के साथ तो ये हुआ है ना? सिंध के साथ अल्ताफ हुसैन हुआ है और सिंध के साथ बेनजीर भुट्टो हुई है. मगर there is a chilling momentum or threshold ignition stage, है ना? तो अब हम समझते हैं कि हम ignition stage पर आ गए हैं, and Mr. Imran Khan's popularity has started from the place where the problems are the severest in frontier and Balochistan and now seeping into Punjab and into Sindh. ये ऊपर से आ रही है. जो भुट्टो साहब की पॉपुलैरिटी वो नीचे से गई, इमरान साहब की ऊपर से आ रही है.
और कुछ लोगों का आर्गुमेंट ये है कि a good patriotic dictator is probably better than a corrupt or selfish democrat. तो इसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? और some people say कि PTI और इस तरह की जो पार्टीज़ हैं पाकिस्तान को जो है ना डिस्टेबलाइज कर रही हैं और वैसे ही एक इशू बना रही हैं. हालांकि आप कराची में अगर देखें तो बहुत सारी इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हुई है और बहुत सारे काम हुए हैं जो कि पहले नहीं हुए थे, जो कि मुशर्रफ के एरा में हुए हैं. तो वो लोग कहते हैं कि मुशर्रफ हमें सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. तो इसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
कि एक तो इतनी लंबी बहस है, मगर ये तुम लोग को जजमेंट करना पड़ेगा और आपके सुनने वालों को जजमेंट करना पड़ेगा. कहना बड़ा आसान है कि मुशर्रफ साहब के एरा के अंदर डेवलपमेंट्स हुए, कहना बड़ा आसान है. ऑन द ग्राउंड क्या कैफियत है ना? मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूँ, आप ये सोचें कि 40% ऑफ द पीपल आर बिलो द पॉवर्टी लाइन, ठीक है ना? मैंने आपसे कहा ना कि 83% ऑफ द पीपल फील कि महंगाई, इन्फ्लेशन एंड पॉवर्टी आर द मेन इशूज. महंगाई, सबसे ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट और बड़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट इज इन द बैंकिंग सेक्टर, इन द स्टॉक्स एंड शेयर मार्केट, है ना? अच्छा, स्टॉक मार्केट की क्या कैफियत है? इट इज अ वाइटनर थिंग. यू अर्न योर मनी चोरी करके एंड वाइटन इट इन द स्टॉक मार्केट. अच्छा, ये भी ध्यान में रखो. अच्छा, और इसके बेनिफिट किसको गए? जो GDP चेंज है ना, आप मालूम बैंकिंग स्कैम कितना